Hey everyone, my name is Titanic and welcome back to an episode of Titancraft Season 10, episode 124, I believe. Today, I'm not alone for the first little while because we have Killer.
What's up, dudes?
The Baka is with us, and today we are actually working on one of the rejected parts of Spawn Town. I know there's a few chunks of Spawn Town that have been utterly rejected. Big one has been the gaming district. And no, the only thing in the gaming district, if you look behind me, the casino in the distance, it's unfinished and will never be finished because Blake, who is the main one building it, left the group last week. I don't think they could
make a parkour course that just runs around it.
I don't think they can. So the big casino entrance that looks super cool, never going anywhere because everybody that was sponsoring that build and was behind making that casino happen, either ran out of interest or left, and so likely that casino's not going anywhere. The other thing I guess in this district in the behind me is Jack's base. Jack is one of many people that built their house in one of the other districts. One thing I learned clearly this season is that even though I clearly gave everybody the instructions on where the districts are, nobody listened. And so, we learned our lesson for if we ever want to do districts again. Yay. Anyways, I'm not in the mood to rant about Titancraft problems. Today, we are going to be working on adding the first real game to the gaming district, and that is we're bringing back King of the Ladder. I've talked since I'm trying to think what season I first brought it back up that I wanted to bring back a King of the Ladder, and I think I might have mentioned in the opening episodes of season 10 as well that's one of the contributions I want to make this season to the gaming district is a King of the Ladder. And so after waiting 124 episodes, I said, hey, let's do that. And in season 1, I think I did around episode 30 some. But then again, if we look at days into the season it was probably about this point in the season actually when I added it. So I mean, it's just season 1 I uploaded like once or twice a week. This I upload literally 7 days a week. Major difference.
Yep. Because
I remember doing that. Now, one sad thing about King of the Ladder is I'm excited to play it, but I'm not gonna be playing it with Titanic. I had to get my ult on. Because plot twist, if you couldn't guess, the no death streak ain't gonna hold up so well if I'm falling to my death. Because this thing is meant to kill you, and therefore my record no death streak would end, or my set to be a record. We're trying to break the record, and I'm not gonna break.
How high up in the air is it gonna be, might I ask?
It's going from bedrock to the build limit.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, it's just like the good old classic ones, and like the one I had in season 1. Except unlike the one in season 1, I'm not gonna have a hole to the void. I broke bedrock in season 1 in creative and made a hole to the void. Of course, we also had keep inventory on that season, so that was a little more acceptable. I'll probably build something at the bottom though, so like so that way, because obviously bedrock's super uneven, and your stuff could, if you fall, whatever your stuff you have in your inventory would get like pinned in between blocks, and you might never get it all back. So I'll make a nice bottom at probably like Y6 or so that way it's a nice fancy looking area. So that way, maybe I'll make it look like a bullseye, and as you're falling, you can see if you can land on one of the little bullseyes and see if, at least if you're gonna fail and die, at least you can fail and die in style. That's my philosophy.
Maybe you could have more than one course and have some of them that have holes in certain places in the floor.
Yeah, I don't know. So this first part here today is basically I'm clearing out an area here in the gaming district that I want to pick out to dig out the gigantic hole. Now, one thing I have learned for this type of build is that for these type of games is that they're much, much, much better if you build them in a circle rather than make them as a square.
Agreed. It's more stylish.
What's stylish, and it's also with the falling distance and how much space you have around you. It just mathematically speaking, your odds of dying are much more fair if I make it a circle. Actually, maybe I should go over here. I'm trying to decide because this area right here is kind of awkward for this, but we'll try it, I guess. Do I have the room, actually? That's the question. That's what I don't like about this area that I started clearing now that I look at it. This is the one really bad thing about it, the fact that the gaming district is entirely the forest biome. That's literally what the gaming district is. And because of this, I can't really gauge very well. Okay, this flat spot up here, this plateau area, we're going to start clearing this out. We'll mark out what we want here.
Oh god, I'm used to Xbox 360 swimming mechanics where if you sprint and you go in the water and you go to you surface while you're sprinting, you go as fast as if you're sprinting.
Now, the other fun thing about this is I on the spawn road am running out of stone somehow. My 2 double chests of stone are rapidly eating up. I've almost gone through an entire double chest of stone already, and I haven't even. And that's only with the North Path's stone brick thingy. So I mean, realistically, I need more stone, and so this is going to be my great chance to restock on everything I'm out of. And I can't wait.
Did somebody say stone?
Hopefully I also get a whole bunch of andesite out of this, because, you know, the road takes so much andesite. Never stops chugging andesite. That stuff chugs andesite like it's bleach. Like, oh boy.
Let me know if you need any resources.
Speaking of bleach, let's go into the transition of today's topic of why 2020 continues to get worse and worse. Because apparently now, the Asian killer hornet, murderer hornet, whatever they call it, murder hornet, I think is what they call it, has arrived in North America. Basically, I guess it's like the biggest hornet in the world. It's like 2 inches big. They go around, they murder honeybees. Like, they literally, with their giant mandibles, will decapitate honeybees in mass in a matter of hours. They are potent enough that they could potentially kill a human. In Japan, they kill 50 people a year. And so, the first one has been spotted in Washington State. And so, yeah.
I think the bees is going to be a lot harder than expected.
So, just when we thought 2020 couldn't get much worse, Karma spoke again. I don't know
how a wasp.
Hello, welcome to the episode.
Luggage.
But yeah, this year is determined. Like, every time you ask the question, how can 2020 get worse? 2020 finds a new solution.
It finds a way. It is cold in here.
Oof, okay.
That's okay.
Okay,
It's cold for me as well. I just turned the heater on. I'm waiting for it to kick in.
Going to bed soon.
Okay, let's see. I got
What are you doing on the server clash?
I decided, hey, I need 3 stacks of Wither Skulls, not 1.
I'm gonna make my way
actually,
over to the gaming district.
That reminds me, I was gonna spend an episode in the Nether soon, because I was thinking about grinding out the skulls so I can get a beacon and help dig this gigantic pit. But we'll worry about that in a future episode, because I'm not in the mood.
10 Wither event.
I think if I'm gonna make a parkour course or 2, I might make one that ventures through the Nether.
That'd be cool.
Hey, you know what?
I did that in 360, and it came out wonderful.
Reminds me of this. It reminds me of the parkour thing I did for Titancraft's first anniversary. That was so impossibly hard. The Nether section made everybody rage quit. Basically, I think we had to cheat down the. Like, it was doable, but it took it was doable. But for how bad I'm at parkour, it took so many runs. Because I purposely made sure that everything in that parkour course was possible. It's like Terraria Master Mode. That it's theoretically possible. It's just
very different.
Practically
I'll probably
impossible.
put beds in a bunch of places so people can set their spawns.
I mean, there's gonna be beds.
Freaking Nether, yes.
No, not there. I'm probably like right before the portal.
No, put beds in the Nether. Just see what happens.
I don't want to destroy the course and the portal.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Whoever's
Hey,
there will have to deal with it.
But the wailing of stupid people that are too dumb to realize what they're doing will be hilarious.
Just put a sign right by it,
watch,
set your
no,
spawn, I
watch.
dare you.
1.16 fixes that problem.
Oh, 1.6.
Oh yeah, you have those, I don't remember what they were called, fuck. Something to do with anchors.
I don't think those are respawn. I think they're just used for compasses and stuff like that.
No, there was one that was used for spawn points.
I don't remember. I know you can use it with compasses. But I don't know.
Speaking of new features that involve spawns that teleport, I mean, that reminds me of that new Terraria feature that I really want to discuss on the nylon, yeah, is that what it is? Oh, pylon, yeah. I really want to talk about it so bad, but I don't want to spend an entire Titancraft episode talking about Terraria again. So, next time I stream the Throwing Class Challenge, which might be... Let's see, the day this episode goes up, it might be as soon as tonight, or it could be half a week away. God knows. It's within a week. I'll make a night to stream some Terraria.
For the 10 Withers event, or not event, the advancement, 64 Withers.
Oh my god, we would need the entire server, everybody would need maxed out armor, we need a lot of beacons just to get everybody buffed up.
Screw the god armor, we need the freaking OP god armor.
What is this, a prison server?
I know, but that's what we're gonna need to kill 64 Withers at once.
Yeah, I mean, it's doable with like 10 people.
And you're gonna need in each one you're gonna need like a notch apple each.
That reminds that traitor, he never gave it to me.
Huh?
Logan got his hands on a notch apple yesterday, and I was promised my share at. He was wandering around mining for coal. Like literally, that's what he was mining for. Only coal. And he found a notch apple that way. And I'm like, I don't know where he
found a dungeon.
I don't know where he
dungeon or an abandoned mine shaft.
Probably. Oh, I know. And then I also got confirmation when I look like an idiot now when I was ranting that one day about getting a stack of every item, how it would be way too hard to get all the notch apples. Yeah, even the advancement knows that. And apparently that's the one item that's an exception to the actual advancement. You don't need a stack of notch apples.
And you know, any non-obtainable item that's
yeah.
You know,
the other thing that didn't occur to me that you don't have to have a stack of, which makes sense, is you don't have to have a stack of dragon eggs because in a legit world you can't obtain a stack of dragon eggs.
Well, oh yeah, that's probably why my dragon eggs didn't count for that advancement. I actually checked it; it didn't count. So
the only way to make those stack is if you used a plugin, or not even a plugin, maybe a give command. If you told it to give you 64, it could work.
I don't know, unless there's some old duplication glitch.
I remember with TNT Wars, there used to be chests full of TNT that had slots beyond the slots.
I am well enough aware that anybody watching this right now is going to want to kick me in the face, and I'm going to want to kick me in the face in about a week when I finish this project. But putting all these temporary chests here to hold however many goodies I end up getting out of the gigantic death pit, is going to make for an interesting cleanup job when I have to unload this into shulker boxes someday.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, me. Oh, I haven't spent that much time at the Nether Fortress. Also me.
Has enough skulls to fight 64 withers.
Not yet. I'm about a third of the way there.
About there.
Yeah, that's how many skulls I've had to kill for about with the skeletons. I've had to kill for about a third, so I'm about to kill around like 4,000.
Let's see. Okay, where am I?
4,000 what?
Wither skeletons.
Yeesh.
Somewhere around 4,000, so like somewhere around 3,500 to 4,000 if I keep my luck how it is consistent.
Oh boy, I gotta go chop down some more trees.
Which currently gets very inconsistent. Like I won't get a skull for 10 minutes, but then I'll get like 3.
Speaking of PewDiePie chop, that reminds me earlier PewDiePie accidentally said a video from 2010 live. He had an old COD video that was private on his channel for 10 years, and he accidentally said it public.
Which Call of Duty was it?
I don't know COD. Do you think
10 years ago?
It's from 2000, and literally it already has, I think, like the last I checked, it had over 2.5 million views already.
Okay, it could have been either one of 3 games: Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, or Black Ops 1.
I hate floating leaves. They can die.
Excuse me, did you say floating leaves?
Like, I have been ranting about the last 5 episodes while working on the spot.
You never said anything about them. Like, I was going insane over them.
Okay, you see, because now I'm actually working with them and where I need them to decay. Like, I don't know when they changed this mechanic to leaves don't decay. But
when they're attached to leaves, other leaves with wood on them, yes, that's how that works.
I don't know
what worked for quite a while.
I don't know when they. I think it must have been I figure the way it acts, it must have happened sometime after 1.12 because that's when my playtime.
Season 7 was the first season I played. That's the first time. I don't know.
Because I do not remember in any of the early Titancraft seasons, in the first 5, when I obviously spent way more time than the 4 seasons that followed. I'd never remembered in those seasons ever having problems. In fact, I had problems where leaves seemed to decay too easily. That was my complaint back then. It seemed like I would just barely break a...
They fixed it. Alright.
Oh, because seriously, like, and it's not even... They don't even have to be the same type of trees. Like, there was just a birch tree holding up a whole bunch of oak leaves. Like, that makes me even more mad. Like, why is that a thing?
I'm just used to getting rid of it, so it usually doesn't happen.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
usually you disconnect them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go along. I'm gonna have to go along the north road and just take a shear and try to clean up some of those trees because there is a huge mess.
A bunch of cats in the nether.
But
yeah, that's Dom's area.
But obviously the north road already took a lot of time. Right, and you know what? I've been talking about it in my episodes, but you know, like put up a sign and be like, hey, people that want a job, the north road is looking for construction workers. I've done a ton of work on it myself.
The workers union?
No,
wait, Clash.
No unions allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the list of project signups that I had people do a while back, and today I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that nobody's touched yet.
I'm down to do it. I just need to know how the hell we're gonna lay it out and what materials we're probably gonna need.
I mean, one of the easiest ways we could just do it together is really just set up like an eternal server really quickly.
I mean, we could design as we go.
I keep trying to beg Login to buy me a realm for us to share so I can build a nether hub in a world with him. He keeps saying no. I just want another realm, and I'm too poor right now to buy myself another one because Titancraft is kind of expensive.
I don't have a sustainable amount of money.
Maybe I don't know. The problem is I have money, but I have better things to spend said money on at the moment, or waste money because pigs don't make me more money. They just eat my money, quite literally, because that money goes into pig food and.
Hey, stop being mean to the pigs. Just because they're a little overweight doesn't mean you get to be mean to them.
I'm not being mean to the pigs. I'm just saying they don't make me money.
You're being mean to them because they eat your money. It's being mean still.
God.
And I'm not beating up regular skeletons because...
Eat them up.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Yes, recess plus
hey,
intensifies.
Got 6 so far.
Oh god, the stone is shallow
like
here.
30 minutes.
Ugh, I forgot how annoying efficiency 5 is.
Also, I figured, hey, you know all that fish I had from the guardian farm?
Yeah.
I finally got 3 fishermen to get rid of it. Except for the fact that I witnessed a new thing with villagers. I didn't know where it was a thing.
What?
If you trade too much with a certain trade, and it's not like, oh, you trade like 100 times. No, I traded with them like 6 times. Fully through. Their trade goes up by 133%.
Really? Because when I trade the berries with them, it just goes down.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm very confused on. It only happened with that trade and book trades, and the book trades only happened once, and I only traded like 5 times. Like, not 5 resets, 5 times.
Oof.
So I'm very confused on why it happens, what trades it happens with, and how many times you have to trade with.
This is gonna be a big asshole. And okay, there needs to be a comma in there, or like a spacing. This is a big hole, as in like big asshole, not an asshole. It's not a big asshole.
One thing I've realized though is that berry trades have been nerfed. They don't take as much, and they don't refresh as many times when it comes to that trade.
Or it could just be refreshing rates and villagers in general.
It's not like Season 9, where Boat Boy used to go trade a bunch of berries at my butcher, and then I used to still be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that's, like, I don't know what's wrong with that, because, like, I was trading fish, it was 8 fish for an emerald, for 2 stacks, he'd get me 16 emeralds. And then it went up to 20. And I'm just like, what, the original price 15. And the only way I could get rid of it was I had to trade like 3 fishing rods per villager.
God, this stuff is shallow.
And then I had but I made like over a stack of blocks off them.
I mean, it gives you a use for your materials.
But then it was to the point where I couldn't sell them fast enough to where I was gaining fish more than I was selling fish.
Huh.
So I just stopped and kept a double chest full of fish because I kept gaining fish and not getting rid of it. Doesn't bet that I did make a bunch of dark fish anyway.
You know, it just occurred to me, the one downside, not to figure out what I want to do here for the walls of this thing, is that unless I take the expensive task of replacing all the walls, it's going to look really freaking ugly wall-wise. But then again, King of the Ladder is never meant to be pretty. It's just meant... I'm making King of the Ladder. I'm bringing it back after 9 seasons. Or actually, no, I did forget about it.
Season 7.
We have one in Season 7? Oh, I guess we had like a really makeshift one in Season 7. Just like Season 5 had the most a weird King of the Ladder, because Logan had a gigantic observation pillar above his slime farm. And because his slime farm was a pit, we're like, King of the Ladder time, baby. That was the story of Season 5.
I don't want to lose my death streak.
Yeah, I know, that's why Boat Boy is gonna have to play with an ult.
Hey, cheating.
No, I'm not really cheating. I'm just using another account.
But then you're making me know and I see how this is. Okay, that's it. Slash banning his alt because his alt is stupid. that's exactly what's gonna be the reason. The alt is stupid.
I was literally bracing to just see a message in chat saying Titan 46618 was banned.
I don't see why not.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, you stop.
What?
I have an idea.
You didn't stop.
Instead of blowing the whole server up, why don't we just use the whole server as a TNT Wars map?
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh my god, no. I mean, it's very destructive to have a TNT War game.
Okay.
Not Missile Wars, TNT Wars.
Haze 2 beacons tend to piss me off, but I'm just barely starting this digging project, and I'm already going to realize if I'm going to dig this thing out, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it without a Haze 2 beacon. I have to go steal the beacon out of my house, which means I'm going to move it for the second time this season, and then obviously I had to move it back home, which will be the third time I move it. Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry. Once I kill a stack of withers, which I'll probably do like, you know, since I have a stack of withers, I will do 10 wither attempts, probably.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably go grind. I need to go grind out some withers myself. I don't know. I wish I had more time to live stream.
And then the other 34, I'm gonna kill myself.
When I start pre-recording for Terraria 1.4, because it's weird, because Terraria 1.4 is going to consume my time, I'm going to actually pre-record Titancraft ahead of time, and the week ahead of it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to probably record 2 or 3 videos a day if I can, and get a nice hefty buffer. A lot of that content will probably be grindy stuff. That'll probably be what I work on, and of course, maybe I burn up time working on stuff like this. I mean, I want to work on some stuff in the market district. Obviously, I want to work on Farm Town. I've been talking for that a while. I want to get Farm Town stuff so that way I can tell people to build there. Once I get the basics for Farm Town announced, I can get that going for the people. Now that we finally got the outline to the road all the way to Farm Town after however long it took me. Let's see what's the
AKA TPS Lag Town.
Maybe.
No,
we'll see.
You better not shot that pigman.
Although, I still have this suspicion from everything I can tell, the TPS lag is not that badly influenced by auto farms, and it's something else. Because Flaunty's base lags the server like nobody's business. But after flying around Spectator one night around that base, there is not a single farm there, and nothing I can find should be making the server die.
Oh, are you still recording?
Yeah.
The frick is this Fortnite?
What?
It's Fortnite.
Oh god.
We like Fortnite. No, we don't. Shoot it. Why the frick is the pigman pissed?
I don't know.
I freaking blocked the fireball straight up and all this.
This is okay. So I mean, in a 20-some minute episode, we made progress. I mean, we cleared an area, decided we didn't like that area, cleared a new area, dug the outline of the pit, and we dug the first 4 blocks down of the pit from Y72 to Y68, and now we have to get to Y6. Oh,
the pigman pissy.
This is gonna take so long.
They're all pissed.
Oh.
Remember, this is a giant platform, so there's like 50 pigmen chasing.
So I think in the next episode we'll continue digging this out. We'll probably spend 2 or 3 days digging on this. So this is when I said though, when I want to start working on dedicating the districts, I want to try to work on a build in almost every district in the next few weeks, and then as I work on those builds, I can go around talking to people on the Tiger and be like, hey, I'm doing my part in the district. How about you people now do your part? Let's all contribute, because I do want to try to bring some life to the server, especially with 1.4. Basically, May is always a bad month for playtime. It's just always been that way with finals and crap, and people getting more busy with summer starting to arrive, and there's just a lot of things going on in May that people are busy. And Terraria 1.4's launch date could not be more inconvenient for a month that's already bad on activity, because even the few of us that would be active are not going to be. And so I'm trying to really...
There's so many pigs.
I'm trying to give people a reason to play, and I'm trying to give myself a reason to play as well. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to work on this gigantic pit. It's going to take a long time to dig. It's going to be really cool when it's done, though, I think. And obviously, we're going to take Logan's feedback from Season 1, though. We're just going to have a straight 1-by-1 poll from bedrock to the build limit. None of that stupid jumping to the offsets, I don't think. I'll discuss with Logan. The offshoots I liked in Season 1, Logan hated them. So, you know, we'll have a friendly discussion and decide if we bring back the offshoots or not. I think we'll just go by a single pull, but I don't know. I might bring the offshoots back because they do make it a little more challenging and a little more entertaining for everyone. More death involved, and it's just funny. So, anyways, on that note, have yourselves a fantastic day. This has been Titanic, and
Killer.
And we will see you guys in the next episode of Titancraft Season 10 and my squeaky chair. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.